Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. So sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. So sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. I can't picture me telling my little bro that it's twisting time. They searching frantic till I find my line of just in time to pass it off so he can fire up that super sticky, so we can start the process off and getting super lifted. I highly doubt that we can help but me eye to eye. Right now, I'm out of reach. Leave me in open skies, higher than the pants on earth, but that's my favorite line. And OG cushion head do all my favorite kind. I gotta smoke daily, that's my form of therapy. Stress is kill a motherfucker, I can't let it murder me. They say we'll make you laugh, the same thing will make you cry, which make it hard to see, and I can't see me saying bye. I love you, Mary Jane, cause you're super chillin'. Cause she's the only bitch that let all of my niggas hit it, and I don't regret me. In fact, I'm back for my people, man. Look like it's snowing in. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. NBA Talk with Jay. Got to start the song off. Got to start the show off with my brother, man. Paying homage to my brother. I do this shit for him. He obviously passed away in 2020. For all the people that come back in the comments saying don't skip the intro song and all that. No, we're still doing it. Don't watch the show. You see what I'm saying? We're doing the intro song. We're opening it up with my brother every single day. You see what I'm saying? I wear him on my chest with the VVS's. You see what I'm saying? But it's all love. Shout out to everybody that fucks with the song. Shout out to everybody sending positive energy. But I just wanted to say to the people that saying stop playing the intro. It's not going to happen. Watch a different show. It's not going to happen. You see what I'm saying? So it's all love, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you like the show, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the channel as a member, show support, all that good stuff, man. But not really here to waste your time. I'm not gonna lie, not the best of cards today. I do have a couple of plays that I made, a couple of plays that I have money on. You see what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying here, but I noticed I'll be watching the show back, and you see what I'm saying a lot, but it's just how I talk, man. I don't change for anybody, you feel me? But let's get straight over here. Shout out to everybody in the chat as well, man. Peasy, Trey Bowens, Morgan Gary, Emilio, Dunn, B Daddy, Free Mind. I see you in there, baby. What's up, Mari? I see you, Justice Mitchell, Nathaniel, my guy, long time member, man. T Slick, my guy. What's it? No, that's a fact. OG Cushion Hindu. No, that's a fact. KD, we got Zach Star, 77 figures, man. Frankie, everybody in there, man. Everybody. Sean Murphy, what's up, man? A lot of these people be on the show every single day, but I'm not here to waste your time. Not the best of cards, not gonna lie to you, but we're gonna go down and I'll let you know what I'm on, and we're gonna get up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get over here. First game up. Let's go over here to Boston, man. Celtics laying 5.5 now up versus the Cavs. This line was actually opened up at 3.5, 4. Start to come up. You do have a couple of. I do expect. That's why I did the banner at 5. I do expect this line to come back down. Okoro and LeVert are game time decision. I expect them to play here. Pritchard's game time decision. Like, this is a really big game. These guys know both of these teams really want this game. You look at the Cavs, they're 15-0 on the season here, and they're 5-point underdogs. And to be honest with you, I've seen this story before as well. I've seen this same movie before in WNBA when the Lynx were facing up against the Aces. The Lynx started off hot. They were like 9-1. Lynx the Aces come over there. Obviously, the Aces weren't that good, but they were the defending champs. They went over there, and I said, you know what? I guarantee you, Becky Hammond, even though they may not be as good as the Lynx would have beat the Aces in the playoffs. But long story short, I was just thinking Becky Hammond's probably rallying her team up. Hey, look, this team think that they're the best team in the WNBA now. They want to start off hot. They think that they're balling. Everybody's talking about them. Nobody's talking about us. Let's go show them who's still the real boss. And this takes me to this exact same game. And the line was almost the exact same as well. It was like 4.5. The Aces were laying 4.5. They were on the road. The Celtics are here at the house, and I guarantee you, it's not that I guarantee that the Celtics win, but I guarantee you that Mazzulla, I know what type of coach he is. I know that there's not many spots, especially early season, that the Celtics will get up for. Well, guess what? They're going to get up for this one. They're going to say, you know what? The Cavs 15-0. We have 3 losses. We're still the defending champs. We still feel like we're the big dogs. Yeah, I bet you Missoula's like, let's go and hand this team their first loss, and I think that's what happens. I do like the Celtics minus the 5 in this game. It's not super heavy for me, guys. I'm going half unit here on the Celtics minus the 5. Obviously, it's tough going against the Cavs, and if it wasn't playoff revenge here for the Cavs, I'd be going full unit or 2 units here on the Celtics. But it's not that I never bet against the playoff revenge, but I know that the Cavs, like, they didn't have Donovan Mitchell, they didn't have Jared Allen as well for those games. But and I know that they're going to be pissed. They want to beat the Celtics. They can match up well versus the Celtics as well. But I know mindset wise, we know that Jason Tatum has really taken a leap this year. We know that Jaylen Brown is a great two-way player. Right? He can score, but he's also going to be on Donovan Mitchell or Darius Garland. That's the thing I love about Jaylen Brown. That's why he got finals MVP and the conference MVP. He's guarding the best player on the other team, and then he's still putting up 25. And, you know what I'm saying, getting 5 assists, 5 rebounds as well. So Jaylen Brown, great all-around player. And like I say, the deficiency, so where the Cavs are, just basketball-wise, just matchup-wise, they have the advantage down low with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. They can get whatever they want in the paint, especially against guys like Al Horford, even if Tillman or Cornette come in there. You see what I'm saying? And you're probably going to have Tatum like power forward. Mobley and Allen, that's the Cavs' advantage. Now, Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, they're great players, but they are smaller guards. And they're not the greatest defensively as well. That's the thing that's going to hunt the Cavs here in this particular game. I think Jrue Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, these guys have to hunt those matchups versus Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. Get these guys in the possibly get them into foul trouble regardless. One-on-one on the outside. First off, they're not great at defending the three-point line above the break. And also, one-on-one defending, I'm not trusting Donovan Mitchell or Darius Garland. I just can't do it, man. So they're great players, great offensive players, but the Cavs, the strength of their defense is in the paint. What do the Celtics like to do? They like to shoot threes. So if Garland and Mitchell aren't able to get out there on those three-point shooters, it's going to be a long game for them. Cavs can get whatever they want in the paint. Celtics should be able to do well here from three-point land, which that's today's NBA. 3 is greater than 2. You see what I'm saying? So I do think that the Celtics will be very motivated in this game. They may not really care about the cup, but I think the fact that the Cavs coming in their house 15-0, they're motivated to hand these boys their first loss. And when you go out 15-0 as well, we saw the Cavs teetering on the loss versus the bad teams. They can still blow them out by double digits, but there are certain games where they've had to come back. It's really hard to continue to win every single game. I think this is the perfect spot for the Cavs to drop their first game. I do like the Celtics minus the 5 in this game. Like I say, it's a tough game, guys. If you like the Cavs, don't let me talk you off. Obviously, they're 15-0 and they're catching points here. So, I mean, if you want to take the Cavs, don't let me talk you off. Me personally, I do feel like that the Celtics will really be turned up for this game. I think they bring the defensive intensity in this game, and I think this is a big spot for the Celtics to show up here. They might not care about many regular season games. When you have a 15-0 team, the only undefeated team coming into their house, I think that the Celtics will be turned up for this particular spot. That place is going to be rocking over there. I expect Pritchard to play, but like I say, on the other side, I'm expecting Okoro and Karis LeVert to play as well, man. So this line may even go down to 4.5, 5. I'm expecting when those guys get ruled in, but I don't care. I like the Celtics in this one. This will be a collective effort. I think the Celtics really come to play, and I think Missoula mainly, like sometimes coaching doesn't really matter. The players out there, Missoula is a fucking maniac. Literally, he's going to say, guys, they you know they're saying that the Cavs are the best team in the East. You know they're the number 1 seed right now. You know they're undefeated. Would y'all gonna let them come in here and you know what I'm saying, go 16 on y'all? Y'all gonna let them come in here and take y'all lunch or what? I don't think it's happening. I like the Celtics minus the 5 in this game, my guys. That's what I like. Like I said, Pritchard game time decision. On the other side, Strus is out. Dean Wade is out as well. Those could be a huge miss for the Cavs in this particular spot, man. LeVert and Curl, I expect them to come in, but I do expect the Celtics to come out here and at least treat this one regular season game like it's somewhat like a playoff game. And I'd also lean to the under as well. I think the defensive intensity will be at a high on both ends, but I'm not playing the total here. I would small lean to the under, but the best spread play that I called today was Celtics minus 5. I'm not lying to you guys. It's better cards out there. It's a lot better card tomorrow. So if you wanted to stay off and not bet anything today, I couldn't talk you off, but Dan Kelly says Cavs plus 5.5 is a gift. See what I'm saying? So Dan Kelly says the Cavs plus the 5.5 is a lock. That's what he's saying, man. So Lewis says Derek White 3 should be a decent look. Jason Tatum rebounds and points over. Can't talk you off that, Oscar. Be playing with unders today. Teams have an incentive to run up the score. Never mind. Celtics 1-4 in the first quarter at the house. Wu likes Lakers team total over. Playoff atmosphere in Boston tonight. Celtics money line. What's up, Nets bets? I see you. All starters playing super hard for this cup. That's a fact. But this was the spot for Boston last season. They were unbeaten. Is Brown playing? Jaylen Brown is. I don't see anything. See what I'm saying? So, and my guy Pittsburgh likes Celtics -10. So Celtics -5 for me. Little small play. That's what I'm on. I'd lean towards Celtics first half as well, and I would lean to this full game under. I do think it may be a little bit more of a defensive game than people are expecting here. Let's go over here to Streets of Brooklyn in this one. Nets laying 3 at the house versus the Hornets. Excuse me, it's a tough game for me. Hornets definitely going to need Trey Mann to play in this one. He's been their best player off the bench by far. I do expect him to play. I think he just kind of rested in their last game. There was a back-to-back or whatever. They are still without their centers, though. You know what I mean? So, and the Nets, they don't really have a center. They can really just exploit the Hornets' weakness, in my opinion. They're going to have probably Ben Simmons running at the center. I mean, shit, Claxton's out. Darren Sharp is out as well. Cam Thomas, game time decision, but he should play. I think he's like more probable because that was sitting at green. So Cam Thomas and Dorian Finney-Smith should play in this game, but you have Ben Simmons at the 5. I think that might be pretty even here for the Hornets. Personally, I do think that the Hornets are the better team. I know that the Nets have been playing way over their head, have some really great players. Cam Johnson has had a really good year. I bet you it's a contract year for him the way he playing because Cam Johnson hasn't been playing like this, man. But Cam Thomas as well. Obviously, he's been balling. The Hornets, they're going to have to put Josh Green on Cam Thomas and try to slow him down as possible. Because if he goes for 35, 40 here, that's going to be tough for the Hornets. But who are they going to put on LaMelo Ball? You know what I mean? So Schroeder's a great defender, but he is starting to get a little bit up there in age, in my opinion. And LaMelo Ball, he's one of those type of players that no one can really stop him or contain him. He has to have a bad game himself. So this is a coin flip game, guys. I'm not going to lie. I have a sneaky feeling towards the over because I feel like that the Nets have been somewhat of I know that they've been playing some defense, but I still feel like at the end of the day, they're going to become an over team with guys like Cam Thomas over there. Neither team really having a center over there as well. So Nets have played 5 of their last 6 games on the road. They're only 1-5 straight up last 6 as well, but they have been covering spreads. They're basically 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games and 8-2 against the spread as well. So it says a push on that 10 versus the Knicks, but their game was really 10.5. So they really covered their spread. So 6-1 against the spread last 7, 8-2 against the spread last 10, man. But they are laying points here. They are laying points here. Most of all of those games, there was one game where they were laying 1.5, and they barely won that one versus the Pelicans. Should have lost that game. I was watching that game. They should have lost that one. They were laying 3 versus the Pistons, lost that one. So I'm saying they were laying 1.5 versus the Bulls at the crib, and they got that job done as well. But I'm not necessarily there to lay points with the Nets here. You see the 2 even teams. The Hornets 5-8, Nets 5-9. See what I'm saying? So really coin flip type of game. You look at the Hornets, they've been covering spreads as well, 4-2 against the spread last 6. I can't get there with anything on this game. I'd lean towards Hornets +3. I'd lean to the over, but it's nothing super strong, man. I'm telling you, I'm looking at this card like all night. I'm just like, man, there's nothing that's just like really in my, you know what I'm saying, that I feel super strong about. You see what I'm saying? Dirty Jers, Brooklyn Nets 6-0 in the first half at the crib. That's an absolute fact right there. Drewski likes under 221. JT saying he taking Nets first half money line as well, just going with the trends. Cam Johnson just got 4 years, $108 million or something this offseason. Okay, I could dig it. Bucks do so, especially on a back-to-back. 10 years from now, we're going to have guards playing center shooting all the threes. That's a fact. Hornets open as fave. Now Nets -3. I don't know about that. It's a tough game, man. Hornets are live in this game. I definitely feel that. Simmons rebounds, assists. I could definitely see that as well. Hornets for so somebody says Hornets for them. Yeah, if I had to bet it, I'd bet the Hornets here, to be honest with you. But I'm just off this game. I don't really have a super strong look on this game. It would be Hornets and the over for me if I had to bet it. Let's go over here to Memphis in this one. Grizzlies laying 3.5 at the house versus the Nuggets in this one. I'd like to think that the Nuggets can bounce back here. I'd like to think so. It's all on Jokic, obviously. Sources did tell me that his wife did have the baby. They had a baby boy. I believe he said his wife is back in Serbia, so it'll be interesting to see if Jokic, if he's with the team, he's going to play. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he's questionable game time decision. It's either he's with the team or not. They love messing with our heads, man. But I think that after missing 2 straight games, so what was that? After missing 2 straight games, so he was out the 15th and the 17th. It's the 19th now. He could possibly be back. I know if it's me, I'm staying with my baby for a little while. You know what I'm saying? But if he was out for about 4 days already, 4 to 5 days, Jokic should be back here. He should be back, but he could also wait until they get back to the crib. So after this game, they go back home, and they'll have a couple of days off after this as well. So when you really look at it, if he really wanted to and just kind of stay with his wife, comfort his wife and stuff like that, they'll have 2 days off after this, and then they have a home game versus Dallas. If it was me, I'd probably still not be with the team. That's just me. Sometimes you got to put yourself in the player's position. I don't know. Like I said, it's really either is he with the team or not. I don't know why they mess with us with the question and all that shit. If he's not with the team, he's not with the team. How can he play if he's not even in Memphis? So I can't bet this game without knowing what's up with Jokic. Obviously, if he's out, I want no parts of the Nuggets. If he's back, coming off a couple straight losses and an immediate revenge spot versus the Grizzlies, Grizzlies are 6-0 against the spread last 6, 7-1 against 8-1 against the spread last 9. They have been playing well. I don't really have a good look for this game, guys. I'm sorry. Need to know if Jokic is in here before I make an educated guess on this game. You dig it? So it may be some type of info out there. I just don't have it. I don't have it. So somebody takes me. Let me see here. So yeah, I don't know about this game, guys. Anybody got any info in the chat or like any plays? I would lean towards Desmond Bane over his PRA and that one. I believe I saw it at 28.5. That's not a bad look in this particular game. Nan says Grizz 6-1 first half at the crib. Lean over 227. My guy says that Bulls play was a thing of beauty. Nah, that's a fact right there. If Jokic come back full game, full spread Nuggets, he not playing. If he didn't play Sunday, he out today. I know he wasn't in Memphis yesterday for a fact. Okay, so and if he flying in, that's Jokic might come in and not be looking good. If he wasn't there yesterday, Jokic probably is not back. He's probably not back. FSU fan, Nuggets plus the points, even if Jokic don't play. Okay. Jokic, most valuable player ever. Trade like the Nuggets in this one. Jokic on the jet right now, man. You know the pilot or what, man? You know the pilot, but Bane over rebounds, assists. Didn't play Sunday. Nuggets first half team total. Yeah, I have no thoughts of this game, guys. I'm sorry. Let's go over here to Dallas in this one. Mavs laying 12.5 at the house versus the Pelicans in this one. I'd like to see what Najee Marshall's points is. I know he hadn't been cashing it, guys, but he had this spot circled going up against the Pelicans. Obviously, he used to play for the Pelicans. He wanted to re-sign with them, and they didn't re-sign him. He was posting on Twitter and shit that he couldn't wait for this game. You see what I'm saying? So Mavs are coming off back-to-back wins. Obviously, Luka, they could probably rest Luka here if they wanted to. They got a big game coming up versus the Nuggets 2 days away. Remember, I just kind of talked about that. So they will have 2 days off after this. I think they probably rest Luka here because this is a soft spot in their schedule. They're coming off back-to-back wins. They just won without Luka. They could rest him up here and still win versus the Pelicans, in my opinion. I mean, remember the Pelicans are still missing a ton of guys. They're 2-8 straight up last 10 games, 3-7 against the spread. This Pelicans team they did almost beat the Lakers, but I think that the Mavs could mess around and beat them even without Luka. I expect them to try to rest Luka up a little bit more here. King Al likes Mavs minus 12. Markel says pass, and I'm right there with him. Najee Marshall 100%. Luka went through shooting around. That doesn't really mean a ton. Drewski likes Ingram over his PRA in this one. Jokic love his team. He won't leave him hanging. Yeah, but I bet you love his baby a little bit more. You feel me? Braun points are automatic. Thanks, Jay. I got a $60 parlay with $1.89 for underdogs first quarter. Grizz first half, get in, get out. They posted a team pic at the Memphis hospital, and he wasn't in it. Had a source confirm who works there. Oh, we need them sources. We need all them sources. They posted a team picture at the Memphis hospital. He wasn't in it. I don't know. This ain't the day for me to be trying to figure out what's going on. I'd rather just wait till tomorrow. I'd rather wait till till I know for a fact, motherfucker, in there. You see what I'm saying? Um, better NBA card tomorrow. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be vanilla here, but this is a really tough card. But Najee Marshall over his points, possibly even points and rebounds. Let me just check it real quick. I'm not really trying to waste your time, but I'm just trying to give you a good look on every game. You feel me? So what's Najee Marshall's? They don't have it. They're playing. The only player that they have for points for the Mavs is Luka Doncic, so they already know what's going down. So we can't even see what's up with Najee Marshall's points in this particular game. That would be probably my best look. Najee Marshall either over his points or over his PRA, because he should get some rebounds and assists in this game as well. He will be very motivated. That doesn't mean he's going to go over his points, but I do know that he will be motivated going up against his old team. Let's go over here to San Antonio in this one. I want to see what this line move. My guy Joe Delera talked me into taking. Well, he didn't talk me into it. He liked Chris Paul over his points and assists. I put some on it over 16.5. Let me see what it is now. So points and assists for Chris Paul. It's 17.5. I would still play Chris Paul over 17.5 points and assists. I think it's a really good look. Obviously, there's no Wemby out there. And when you think about it, Wemby's been trying to take a lot more threes, not really been doing as much pick and roll. And so I feel like without Wemby out there, now that they'll be running a lot more traditional style offense. Zach Collins, he's definitely not shooting pull-up threes. That's for sure. So Wemby's starting to get a little giddy with them threes, man. He's been shooting a ton of them. So now I feel like with Collins in there, they're definitely going to be running traditional pick and roll with Chris Paul in there. Last game, they only scored 93 points versus the Thunder. He still had 14 points and 9 assists in that game. That was 23 points and assists. I think it might be even better because Chris Paul has to have a lot more scoring load on his shoulders, and he's going to obviously have to get those assists as well. I mean, that's what he's out there to get those assists. Could possibly even go for a double-double here, but over 16.5 rebounds, points and assists just made a ton of sense to me. That's my guy Joe Delera's play. I rolled with him on it. So that was my best play for this particular game. I would still take it 17.5. Spurs, I mean, I don't want to bet them without Wemby. This could be, I don't know who the refs are in this game, but it could be obviously the Thunder are going to be pissed. They're coming off a loss versus the Mavs. Now, this is their first game on the road after 6 straight home games. That's not the best of spots. Usually, I think that's like a first quarter fade spot, and the Spurs have been really good first quarter, first half, specifically at the house as well. So maybe Spurs first quarter, but I know that the Thunder are just like the much better team, even though they don't have a center. Like they're just a much better team than the Spurs. So I don't want to get there with the Spurs without Wemby, to be honest with you, but Chris Paul points and assists. That was my best look for this particular game. Thunder coming off a loss. They should bounce back here. My guy says Jalen Williams triple-double sprinkle there. He said he don't like Paul without Wemby. Drewski likes SGA 30-plus points. Jalen Williams game, that's a fact. Champagny over 5.5 rebounds for San Antonio. CP3 don't need Wemby to run pick and roll. That's an absolute fact. He'll run pick and roll with anybody out there. OKC is big public line open at 6.5. That's a fact. That's the only thing that people gonna see Wemby that he's out or doubtful. They'll say, okay, OKC easy, and it could be. Like that's one thing with something I'm doing this year. I'm not trying to get too sharp and shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm going with what I know. And so this is a public line. It is a public spot with OKC, but it's still OKC or nothing for me. Like the public cash heavy. Y'all see what's been happening in NFL? Public cash and heavy. It's only so much that the refs can do to try to help a team out. If they're going to get smoked like the Texans and Cowboys last night, public all over Texans, it didn't matter. Like the Cowboys just dead ass. So now what I'm noticing, the public is the new sharp. They're going with what they're seeing. They're like, oh, I'm betting this. And I'm going to live with the results. The sharps try to hop on the Cowboys, try to get a little too cute, and then you get your teeth kicked in. So that's something I'm starting to do this year, is just kind of going what I know, not trying to get too sharp. There are sharp sides where I go against everybody. Like yesterday, everybody, even in the chat, people tell me, no, we're not on the Bulls, taking a piss. I'm like, all right, okay. But you see what I'm saying? You just go with your gut. So if you like OKC, don't let me talk you off. I'm not looking towards the Spurs. They say Jokic is out. Let's see. Did they just post something or what? Jokic is out. Jokic is still out. So maybe Grizzlies first half once again. It could possibly be Grizzlies first half once again. Jokic is officially out for this game, man. So No, that's a facts. Yeah. Hey Jay, here's a parlay for you. Celtics money line with Marquette money line plus 111. Just don't say the book it part. You see what I'm saying? But no, the public is a new sharp. But I'm not here to waste time. That's just a little spiel, a little spiel for you guys there. Go with what you know, man, because that's what's been cashing. But here, Chris Paul over 16 and a half points and assists. That's what my money's on. But like I say, that's not a heavy bet either, man. So none of these games today are casino type of games for me. Last game, let's go over here to LA in this one. Lakers, 9-11 versus the Utah ass. Take the J off that shit, man. You see what I'm saying? But Utah is not good this year. They're tanking heavy. Probably should even take their in-season win total under. The team does not want to win. Marketing just kind of got the memo. This team does not want to win. You see what I'm saying? I'm surprised they beat the Mavs as 8-point underdogs at the crib, man. I'm surprised they beat the Spurs. This team just does not want to win. 3-7 straight up last 10, 4-6 against the spread. There was a nice spot for them on Sunday versus the that was Saturday facing the Kings. Kings 5th game at 7-9. It was a horrible spot. Jazz could have won that game. They wanted no parts of winning it versus Kings, but they did cover the spread. They did cover that spread, but they're getting 11 here. This is the NBA. These are all NBA Cup games today, so there is incentive for the teams that really want to win it. There is incentive to blow teams out and smoke them heavy. The Lakers have won 5 straight. They're at the crib. They're the much better team. Jazz don't really have a center over there. I mean, they're running the John Collins, Filipowski, and Lauri Markkanen, which Lauri Markkanen is 7 foot. He could play center, but he's just not that type of player. He's not really what he said off ATL. He said they're not really cultured like that. But I do think that Lauri Markkanen was motivated to play this game, try to audition or something like that for the Lakers. He could possibly go crazier. Like, it's not a bad matchup for Lauri Markkanen in this particular game. Let me just see what his points are. I'm not fucking with him, but I just want to see what it said, because sometimes Markkanen act like he doesn't want to play basketball, man. He know that he's on a tanking team and just kind of like 19 and a half. I do think that's doable for Markkanen here. I do think that that's doable for Markkanen over 19 and a half. Just, you never know what you're going to get from him. But let me see what he do last time. So, yeah, 18 points, 10 rebounds last game. What did he have before that? What did he do versus the Kings over there? He had 25 points. So he shot 10 free throws in there. And I do think that 19 and a half is a little low for Markkanen. Versus the Mavs, he had 13. So he's kind of a erratic type of player. He's all over the place, man. So I'd lean towards Lakers. I'd lean to the over in this one as well. Oh, LeBron James Jr. is out. Oh shit, man. We gotta take the Jazz then, man. LeBron out. Oh shit, man. We gotta hop on the Jazz then. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm just messing with you, but let me see here. LeBron triple-double. Watch they trade John Collins for the what's called Nuggets team total under 111 and a half. Couldn't talk you off. I got to go back and watch the beginning. Bronny Overton. Stop that, bro. 30 plus. Yeah, so we were talking about this last night. My guy Joe Delera, he likes AD over his points. He thinks he should absolutely feast in this particular game, man. My boy is a beat writer for the Celtics, said they were locked in yesterday. Preachers practice, full contact. All the Cavs wings were shooting around this morning. Tatum will be on the boards. That's a fact. Yeah, the Cavs wings are going to play, but I like to hear that the Celtics were locked in yesterday. I think they're going to be locked in today, man. Lakers and Celtics game tonight. The books cake. See tomorrow. Lakers are none for me. Yeah, this is a tough. I mean, it's actually an easy game. It's either you take the Lakers or you stay off this game. Lakers should go over their team total over. My guy Joe Delera likes 80 over his points in this one. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really messing with this game. My guy likes 80 over 44 and a half. I probably should go ahead and get there with the Lakers. Like I say, they have incentive, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, they won their first game. Unless they do a tank job for the books here, Lakers should win this game easily, man. Like, I'm not betting the Jazz. Maybe if they're at the house getting double digits, but I want no parts of the Jazz, man. I'm sorry. It's Lakers or nothing. I didn't bet this game. I think the over could be even better. Look, Lakers are bottom 5 in the NBA in transition defense. The Jazz do want to run. They do want to put shots up. Maybe Clarkson coming back to LA in this one. Let me just see what Clarkson shit is real quick. Clarkson's going to be a little motivated in this one. Let's just see what Clarkson, and maybe Clarkson threes here. Clarkson's points is 15 and a half. What is his 3-pointers at? What is Clark? If it's 1.5, we got to take that. Damn, it's 1.5, but it's minus 194. Clarkson over 1.5 threes is nice, but the minus 194, you'd have to take over 2.5 at reduced juice in that one. But Clarkson over his 1.5 threes, even if it was minus 150, I'd take that, man. But we know how the Lakers are. They pick and choose these times where they want to cover the spread. They should cover tonight, but it's the last game of the day. All the money's going to be on the Lakers. I think the over might be the better play because the Lakers are BSing around. That means that they won't be playing much defense in this one. So maybe the over in this one, guys. But it's time to get out of here, man. I'm just keeping it honest with you guys. It's a really tough card. It's not that it's tough. And I think that there's a guy that told me this a long time ago that when I feel like the card is tough, that means it's going to be chalk heavy. That's when we feel that it's going to be tough, that means that it's probably an easy card for the easy looking plays. So the easy looking plays today would be the Grizzlies with Jokic out, the Lakers, the Thunder. Those would be the easy looking plays. Celtics and Cavs could go either way. I'm not going to lie to you. I did put a little something on Celtics minus the 5 in this game, man. I just feel like they're going to take this game really serious with the Cavs coming in. Like the Celtics don't really care about these regular season games, but when you have an undefeated team coming on their home floor and it's their chance to end that shit, I do think that the Celtics turn up for this particular game right here. These other games, Hawks, shit like that, they don't really care about. You got the Cavs coming in. Oh, y'all 15-0? All right, bet. Let's see what that shit looking like after this game. So, and the Celtics and Missoula are that type of team where they'll take these type of games and somewhat treat them like a playoff game, in my opinion, man. So I like Celtics minus the 5. And the only other thing that I sprinkled on is Chris Paul over his 16.5 points and assists. Like I said, that's my guy Joe DeLaro's play. That's something that I sprinkled on. He basically he gave that on buckets. I was like, you know what? I'll ride with you on it. It makes a ton of sense. I lean towards Lakers minus 11, but that spread could get a little tricky. But with this being a cup game, they do have all the incentive to blow teams out by as much as possible. Same thing for the Thunder. They have all of the incentive to blow out teams by 20, 25. You know what I mean? So I'd lean Lakers minus 11, not playing it. I'd fuck around, lean towards the over even more. My guy Joe Lero likes AD over his 28.5 points in that one. I couldn't talk you off the Thunder with no Wemby there. They are coming off a loss. Still don't have a center. The 9.5 is a little rich on the road, but I think Chris Paul over his points and assists, the best look there. Mavs and Pelicans. Need to see what's up with Luka. I mean, it depends on how serious they are about the cup. If they're serious about it and want to win it, maybe Luka plays and they try to smack the Pelicans by 20. If he doesn't play and they chose to rest him up, that first off shows you that they don't care about the cup and also shows you that they're kind of just, they know they can win this game without him. But Najee Marshall, possibly points or PRA over for this particular game. He used to play for the Pelicans. I do think it's a good spot. Grizzlies minus 6 could possibly still be good money. With the Jokic is obviously the MVP for the Nuggets over there by far. So without him, and they're starting Saric or DeAndre Jordan or some shit, they're just nowhere near the same team, my guys. Nowhere near. So they still got Michael Porter Jr., still got Murray as well, but I just don't really see them. We know that Grizzlies really ball out in the first half at the crib, so they could be the easy play in that game. I lean towards Bane over his PRA and Grizzlies first half in that one. Like I say, Najee Marshall PRA as well. And Hornets and Nets, really coin flip type of game, but I would lean to the Hornets. I know that the Nets have been balling, but I do think personally, I feel like the Hornets are the better team. I'd lean towards Hornets and the over, and then like I say, I'm on Celtics minus the 5, lean their way in full game as well. And I'd also lean to the under in that game, guys. So I'm already looking at tomorrow's card. I do think that there will be some great spots for tomorrow, man. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. It's all love. It's go drink some water, go get a workout in, man. It's Us Against The Bookies. We following the patterns. We're noticing the patterns. We're following our noticing the patterns, following our instincts, trusting our instincts, man. We're not having any regrets, man. You see what I'm saying? It's all love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Let's get this cash. Hit the like button one time for the one time if you like the show. Join the channel as a member, man. All that type of stuff. We out. I will be back tomorrow, man. It's a lot better spots tomorrow, man. We out. Y'all have a good day.